Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Metacraft SMP, episode 16. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today. We will be continuing with the production of our little minigame here today. Bunch of redstone stuff that needs to happen, as well as building and stuff. Hope you guys liked the intro there. I just had a ton of B-roll footage that I didn't know what to do with, so I just made a little song for it and presented it there. I took the liberty of copying this side of the map to the other side. Looks like a lot has changed since last episode, but honestly that's pretty much it. I added the grass here and I copied this side to the other side. So that's the current progress. The more important stuff is going to be happening down here. There was a little area that was dug out so that we may place some redstone around here, and that is indeed what is happening over here. This is what is going to be powering our game going forward. Now this isn't the entirety of the circuit, we're gonna be doing some of that circuitry together today, but this is kind of the concept I'm thinking of, right? To explain how the game is going to operate, we are going to have two states. I tried commenting on these things with signs so that if someone wanted to fix the redstone or like come in quickly to look at it, they'll be able to understand kinda what's happening based on the signs. And it also allows me to, return to this place after a long time to check on it so I know what's happening, just depending on what the past me has said, right? So now I know that this is the main game clock and I can add items to slow down both the game and the gold drops that are going to be like the score for the game. Hello FuryRaptor. So we have two states for the game. We have when the game is on and when the game is off. So when the game is on, what's going to happen is we're going to press this button to simulate it, right? Someone activates the game in some sort of lobby area that we're gonna have, and that is going to turn on the clock. So the clock is going to start ticking, and the clock does two things. It powers the gold dispensers. Yeah, you can see that these spots with the golden blocks are dispensing gold for the players to pick up and score points with by dropping them in the holes that they have on each side of the base. So that's going to be one of the good areas to score points here in the game. Oh, another point. The good thing about the system and doing it this way, if we quickly fly back down here, is that we can easily manipulate how often these things actually activate. So if we want a bigger delay between how gold is dispensed, right? All we really need to do is we need to add more items over here, and the more items we add, the bigger the gap between the gold drops. Yeah, so the TLDR is that this clock makes this redstone block go up and down, right? Which activates the repeater, and that is what makes the gold pieces drop. Then it also activates this little contraption. This is the game length setter. So to recognize that the game is off after a certain point, we have this little thing here. This just has a couple items in it. We can also add items into it to increase the length of the game. I'm kind of imagining in my head I want the game to last like 5 to 8 minutes. Probably a single match, somewhere in that region. So that's probably what I'm going to set it to. I just need to calculate how many items that actually is. And what happens is the hopper over here is going to be locked once we start the game, right? So let's simulate it. Let's start the game. This hopper over here is currently locked. So this dropper, whenever the clock goes up and down, right? Let's speed it up here for showcase purposes. Couple items more, there we go. Now, each time the clock activates, it's going to take out an item and put it into this hopper. There we go, so now there's 2 items here and 2 items here. And once this runs out of items, the game is going to be over, because this comparator sends a signal here to the thing that makes the game switch off. And that is also going to make the items from this hopper go back into the dropper so that the game can be activated again. So the clock is no longer ticking so that we don't just dispense gold 24/7, right? We have this little game of switch and that just powers this little thing. This locks the clock and it's waiting for someone to press the button again. And that is pretty much everything we need for the main loop of the game, right? This automatically starts, maintains, and finishes the game. So currently we have 3 scoring points. We have these 2, which I already showed off, right? And then the third one is, if we go through the middle section here, down this way, here in the little town square area that we're gonna have, there is going to be another score point area. This one is a single spot compared to the 2 spots on that side, over there, right? And the difference is that this spot dispenses double the items. So you're gonna get 2 times the points than what you would get from a single dispenser on the other side. But since there are 2 dispensers on the other side, that means that the points gained on each side of the map are equal, right? So this is how that looks. We just literally simply power a dropper whenever the clock updates. And to make the other side activate every other time, we have a T flip-flop over here, which makes gold droppers fire half as often, and we achieve that by making this little thing. And basically what happens is you have an item in there, and each time this gets a signal, just so I can show it off to you, like this dropper puts the item over here, which makes this deactivate, and then when you power it, it's going to shoot up here, then into the hopper, and the hopper is going to put it down here, which is going to activate the comparator. Little showcase, on, off, on, off, right? Which makes it activate every other time. So let me present the problem to you, right? What we need to solve here together, ideally. We'll see if that's manageable though. We need to compare 2 chests, right? We have chest number 1, chest number 2. These 2 are going to have the gold points, which both of the teams are going to be scoring throughout the game. We have a small sorter on each side. This is going to take out any item that is not gold nuggets in case someone throws in something else, so that we don't score points that are not supposed to be scored, right? So those are simply sorted into these separate chests, like so. We can't really compare the contents of the chests itself. That doesn't really work because comparators can't easily handle such small values, and if they can, then I don't know how to do it, right? So if there's, for example, 3 points in this chest and a single point in this chest, right, and we take a comparator output out of each, the issue is that both of these have a power of 1. So yeah, if comparators could detect the amount of items rather than redstone signals, something like this would probably work, but sadly that doesn't. So instead what we're gonna do is we are going to be timing the whole sequence. And we're gonna do that like so. First we're going to take out all of this. We are going to move both of these chests into a single spot, somewhere around here, so it's nicely in a little compact area where it doesn't interfere with anything. So during the game, these 2 chests are going to be holding on to all of the points that both of the teams have scored, and once the game finishes, we're just going to take out a signal from there. We're going to unlock both of these hoppers. These 2 are going to turn on, and whichever stays on longer, that is the one that we need to detect. And that is how we are going to be able to differentiate between which team is the winning one and which team is the losing one. The singular issue is that we need to figure out how to make it lock in, right? So if this one is still on and this one is off, this one can no longer score, and this one has to stay on until the next game is finished. So that's going to take a little bit of finesse and a little bit of brainstorming on our side. And I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna try and attempt this here, right? Worst case scenario, there's a bunch of redstone friends up that are going to be able to help. I'm sure they would be fine with helping with a project like this. But otherwise, let's try and troubleshoot this somehow right here, just the few of us, right? Okay, we might be onto something here. It's very bulky and chaotic, but just as a showcase, right? Game is running, don't flash the score. This is the winning team, and this is the losing team, right? 21 points, 11 points. Okay, game finishes, this resets, counts the points, and chooses a winner. Now, the thing is that this has more items, this has less items. So it always picks out the loser. But that is not an issue whatsoever, because we can just pick out whichever team has this piston extended or this redstone light on, or whatever we're gonna choose to do. The piston is here just as a visual aid, right? And whichever one is extended, that means that is the losing team. So declare the opposite one the winner. And it works, right? Like, let's do one more example. Lock this up, 21 points, this has 11 points. Let's make this one have 4 points and this one 6. And do this. And again, this is the winner. The loser, I mean, that is the loser. So let's switch it up. Let's put the 6 points over here and 4 points over here. It would be nice to actually lock these before I do anything like that. And game finishes, counts up points. And this is the loser. And to make use of this module, there is really not much that we have to do. We just need to take some power out of here. This is telling the game is off. But we need to have this turned on while the game is on, right? So we will simply reverse this whole thing like this. And and now the counting system works. Simple as. Also, to try and keep the redstone clean, we're gonna do a little trick here. You see that it's actually lit up, even though there are no torches. What I'm doing is I'm hiding frog lights. I was gonna say frogstone lights, what? I'm hiding frog lights below all of these, kinda just to give the whole system a little bit of light. I think it's pretty cool. So like so. Now here's the question. I haven't tested this yet. What happens, right? Let's force this to be on. No, that breaks the system. I have to place it over here. What happens if there is a tie? 16 points on both sides, huh? That is what I'm curious about. Ideally, both of them go up. But because of the repeater, that is most likely not going to happen. What? Yes! Oh my goodness! No way! I am the smartest man this world has ever seen! Alright, that is going to save us a lot of time. I thought it would take quite a while before we even figured out how the heck we're gonna do that. That's kind of the thing with doing redstone and programming in general, right? Sometimes you're stuck on something for like years, and sometimes it just kind of clicks. And that was one of those times. It was very satisfying. Anyway, we'll leave the redstone be for a moment, and we now should figure out how the heck we are going to make this whole build actually look, right? Because it does need to look somehow. We don't want just a facade of things on the outside once it's done. It's going to be very ugly for everyone to look at going into the district. So let's try and get a visual style going on here. Okay, as far as time, resources, and my will to live go, I think this is as far as we're gonna get today. This is kind of like the palette test, shape test, general idea test. So you guys let me know if this is a good direction or not, because if it isn't, then we'll probably redo it. But personally, from what I'm seeing here, I think this is something I like. I think this is a good direction. In my mind, this was just kind of like a basic castle structure, and that is what we went for here. So not statues, towers. Towers, little gate entrance. This is where you are going to go to start the game. We still need to do some redstone in there. And the general idea is that it's going to be kind of like a layered castle settlement structure. So there's going to be towers, little houses, and we're going to do a little thing, since the map is mirrored for two teams, right? We are going to have one team on the left side, one team on the other side, and each side is going to have its corresponding color. So both of them are going to be grayscale and brown, but also they're going to have the granite color on the left side and the white mushroom stem and diorite color on the other side, kind of to differentiate them even further. This is kind of what we ended up with for the time being. Might as well take this screenshot while I'm here. Had some fun with the texturing as well, so we have a bunch of weird blocks mixed in, like some acacia there, mud. I find that mud works really well for breaking up the gray scale stuff here. You can see that this nice splash of brown on each of the towers is really doing a lot to add some interest into it. Some color as well, smooth stone, and we're gonna have this small wall basically enclosing the entire area as well with some leaves and foliage, and we're gonna make this entire area grass and moss closely around. I don't want to remove the mushroom aspect of the mushroom island, right? But for this structure, I think it's going to be beneficial to have some greenery directly around it. So we'll do something with that. And kind of to compensate, we'll probably do some mushroom stuff all around the island, because we are really taking up a huge amount of the island here. That's why I wanted to originally build this game near the shopping district, near Blossom Hills, but I ended up building it here anyway, and I'm still taking up a lot of space. So yeah, we are pretty much out of resources, so we gotta do some shopping. I haven't visited this shop yet. This is Diamond General. First thing I noticed when I was passing by is that they are selling ice, so I have to go and buy some of that for my redstone box. Actually, I have it with me, and I have no ice. I might as well make that the first purchase. 1 diamond for a stack. I'm taking 2, absolutely. Thank you. 1 for 64 for the pact as well. 6 diamonds for a stack of blue. Yeah, I'm gonna do some pact. There are some good blocks that you can buy here. Like, I'm always running low on grass, so yeah, this is going to be a huge purchase. No more mining away for me. Ooh, mud for the packed dirt as well. Just 1 diamond per stack. Yes. I'm just buying junk here. It's just the most basicest of blocks, but they are going to help us out a ton. And I also forgot my wallet at home, so I can't buy anymore. Stopping by the starter base here to take a quick rest. Always nice to revisit our roots on the server here. Good morning, server. It's always a really nice time walking around here. The starting district, Blossom Hills, the current shopping district as well. It's the everything district, really. I would also call it like a community district, and honestly the heart of the server, because this is where everything is happening all season. Running low on bone blocks, we're gonna have to restock those soon. Let's quickly check out our other shop as well. Let's check out if we made any sales. Ooh, 6 diamonds. What about the original shop? Ooh, still making more diamonds. I think people really like buying the gunpowder here. I might want to use some gold ore in the build as well. Ooh, they do have deep slate gold ore. Oh, they don't have the normal one, do they? Ooh, someone bought a lot of lapis. There's a new copper shop on the server as well. 32 for... oh, this is just stuff. 32 for 1 diamond. How much is the other one? I don't really remember. This is Mike's shop. I didn't see him on for a while, so it might not be stocked anymore. Yeah, it's completely empty. Yeah, let's use our new money to quickly get a little bit of this stuff. Always running low on copper. Whoa! That's... oh my goodness! That's a lot of diamonds. I should restock the store as well. 55 diamonds just sitting around here. I'm gonna have to split these with Mike, of course. He does the majority of the work, but at least I'm gonna get a chance to restock the efficiency books here as well. Oh my, I just bought a quintillion piercing books. Why did it switch to piercing? What? I just shift clicked on the efficiency trade and it gave me piercing books. What kind of scam is this? Keep your freaking piercing books. Get out of here. Yeah, check this out. We have efficiency selected here. We're gonna buy the efficiency. Now it's piercing too! And won't allow me to go back either, because I don't have enough emeralds. Villagers these days, I'm telling you, always looking for opportunities to just one-up you. Did you know that there was a freaking sundial on the server as well? Look at this thing! Absolutely incredible. I love little details like this as well. Absolutely beautiful. So the whole thing about this, right? These awesome community builds, that type of stuff, these roads that have been built, all just driven by the want of people wanting to help the server. There wasn't really any ulterior motive. There wasn't any payment involved or anything of the sort. But what if there was? What if it was in our power to reward people for actually completing tasks like this, right? What if we could give diamonds or other prizes or some sort of reward to people who have completed community projects? That way we would incentivize people to do more stuff like that, if we could reward it. And perhaps, possibly even, we could benefit from it ourselves a little too. Oh, if only there was such a position that someone could take to start taking care of such things and the entirety of the heart of the server, Blossom Hills here as well. Oh, if only there was such a thing. Well, there might be one now, because there is a little bit of a rumor going around that people are going to start running for presidents to take over Blossom Hills. Well, take over is a strong word. Be in charge of, that is way more like it, I think. So personally, I had basically zero incentive in going into something like this. I didn't really care. I didn't really mind someone being the president nor being one myself. But Breve came over and he said, if you run for president, I will just take care of the campaign and everything, and you just get to do what you want if you win, because you will win. He didn't say that at all. I'm kind of putting words in his mouth right now, but it is absolutely how that sounded to me. So we met up with Breve and OSR, our possibly future co-president, and we talked about a few things about how such a campaign could be managed and run. What are we doing here, Breve?
Yeah.
So, you guys are running for president, and I'm your campaign manager, huh?
Oh, potentially, yeah.
Why am I the one running this?
It was your idea, kinda. Indirectly, directly.
You're the developer, and we're the product that may or may not go astray. That may or may.
Okay.
Oh.
For one, I think I want to build. You know the mountains that are over there. You can't see them because the blimp is in the way, but there's mountains over there.
First mission: tearing down the blimp. No, okay. All right.
So yeah, I thought we could put statues of your faces into the mountain.
Oh, like Mount Rushmore type of style?
Yes.
But
yes.
that feels more like a elected president kind of thing, more than
that's the
idea. We're manifesting it.
Oh,
yeah, it is decided. It is decided.
You're saying that if we gaslight everyone to believing we're presidents, we will become presidents by that sense? I like it.
Exactly. Also, I already have 2 people that legally are obligated to vote for you guys. So
wait, how
there's
did you manage to do that?
Oh, they sold me their souls.
Oh, got it. All right. Clutch.
Yeah.
Sure. I actually don't want to know how that happened.
Well, you're the one that still use Microsoft Edge. So.
Listen to it.
Oh man, who put that sign there? What the heck?
Wait, what?
Oh, that was me.
I don't want to be partners anymore.
Oh.
But give me a repeat of the whole thing. So Breve are going to be our manager, right? We two are going to be running for president. What is the change?
Yes.
What is the key thing we want to achieve? What is the thing that we can kind of shape our campaign around? Like
education or homelessness or something. Yeah.
But we are going to bring homelessness onto the server because everyone's
just take shots at Potato. Like, look at Potato living out on the streets in a tent.
He is in a tent, isn't he?
It's just all shade thrown at Potato. No, I'm kidding. It's just.
What is it, road work? Are we going to connect everyone up with a road? We already have the metro system.
That was the whole reason. Yeah, that was the whole reason I thought that OSR would be a good president, was because he was doing the community stuff, like the metro and stuff.
Making connections. I like how we went from the seats into the opposite side of the windowsill here.
Yeah. It always be that because we're a little fidgety
ADHD.
people. Yeah, little fidgety people. Before you join Metacraft, do you have any neurological disorders that we can exfoliate? Expropriate? Wait,
Exfoliate. If yes, then you're in.
Geo, sir, what mental conditions do you have? Can you not spell? Can you not?
Oh, tell me, can you imagine it? The entirety of Blossom Hills within the palm of our hand. That could be something absolutely incredible. And think about it, we already have a pretty good advantage against anyone else who might decide to run, because OSR, he's the one who built the amazing metro system below the entirety of the Blossom Hills here. I built the town hall, which is where the president or mayor or whatever the position is going to be elected is going to be. Now sure, Zentra built the road that's right above my head there that leads to the Isle of Champignons, and Apollyon built all of the roads around the server as well. But I think we still have a pretty good chance, and with Bygl, who's going to be taking care of us actually, being in that position, I don't even know what he wants from such a thing though. I think he's like the sheriff of the West as well. Maybe he wants to become the sheriff of everything, since he's gonna be kind of like under us if we manage to be elected. I don't know, there's some questions we should perhaps ask him. But anyway, I think this is gonna be good. I'm gonna think about stuff that will allow us to increase our chances of actually being elected when the time comes to it. But for the time being, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!